One key thing in the body that needs controlling at all times is blood glucose. Right, so normal blood glucose is around 90 milligrams per 100 centimeters cubed of blood, give or take. Right, so blood glucose can either rise or fall, and the body needs to respond accordingly. So, if we start off with what happens if blood glucose falls. So, if blood glucose falls, then the body needs to physically raise its blood glucose levels. Remember that we need a reasonable amount of glucose in blood because it is used by the body in respiration. It is used by the body to help maintain hydrostatic pressure and such forth and water concentration within the blood. So, when blood glucose falls, this is detected by alpha cells in the pancreas which produce the hormone glucagon. Right, glucagon goes and it has a number of different effects. So it can cause the conversion of amino acids to glucose. It can cause the conversion of glycogen in the liver to be converted back into glucose. Remember, that would be called glycogenesis because you're getting glucogenesis even, because you're getting glucose being formed. And it can also go and increase the amount of glucose that is being uptaken by the small intestines in the digestive system. So all of this goes and fundamentally causes the blood glucose to rise, and that rise in blood glucose acts as negative feedback, so that as the blood glucose rises, the alpha cells in the pancreas stop producing the hormone which is causing that rise. Right. Alternatively, if the blood glucose rises, a number of different things can also take effect. So, if blood glucose rises, we need to decrease that blood glucose level. So, it's detected by beta cells in the pancreas, which go and produce insulin. That insulin has a number of effects as well. So it can increase cellular respiration, which physically goes and uses up the glucose. It can cause the conversion of glucose to fat. It can cause adipose tissues to go and store glucose. And most importantly, it can cause the glucose to be converted to glycogen in the liver. So all of those things would go and eventually cause the glucose concentration to fall. As that glucose concentration falls, that acts as negative feedback, which goes and stops the beta cells in the pancreas from producing insulin.